Guys, the last time this happened, it sent NIO stock from $3 a share up to $60 per share. And guys, it has just happened again today. And this is, of course, the news drop from NIO that the strategic investors are investing a further 3.3 billion RMB, worth roughly 470 million US dollars, into NIO China. Of course, here on the chart, you can see this is where it happened last time. This was when NIO was in dire need of money, and that those strategic investors invested into NIO China more specifically, and that's what happened to NIO's stock price afterwards. And of course, they're doing it again. Let me explain why this is extremely bullish, and also what are the implications and what the bears are saying about this, which is absolutely stupid. So first of all, this signals two very important things. All right. Ever since that deal happened, the strategic investors, the government invested into NIO China. NIO Inc. owns a big portion of NIO China. The government owns the rest. And that was basically seen as a bailout. And of course, NIO stock went up by a lot. NIO Inc. had a lot of money, and then they basically started buying back ownership of NIO China. And basically, the government was able to cash out, essentially, when NIO stock was at its peak. So the government actually earned a huge amount of profit. All right, they earned so much money from this bailout deal back in 2020. And of course, they're investing in NIO again, and that signifies that one, all right, that the government sees NIO as a valuable and worthwhile investment. That's number one thing you must remember. They think that the future of NIO is very bright, and it's worth putting the money in. All right, that's thing number one. And number two, the biggest reminder to everybody out there is that NIO will never go bankrupt. And that is the kicker that I think all the shorts will have to wake up to. The fact that there's heavy government support, and they're actively willing to invest in NIO, to give NIO money, to inject NIO with cash. This means that there is absolutely no chance of going bankrupt. Zero. Nada. All right. And this should destroy all hopes from shorts that NIO will end up being bankrupt. And of course, the stock price being so low is the result of it being priced for bankruptcy. All right. NIO stock price and market cap being so damn low, people see it as if NIO is going to not survive in the long run. So that destroy all hopes of bankruptcy. Not going to happen ever. Shorts need to realize that hard truth. Okay? But also, what are the few minor details? All right? In this report, it is said that NIO is going to invest 10 billion into NIO China. What does this all mean? And bears are somehow making this seem like extremely bearish. All right, I'm looking on forums and stuff, and bears they want to make this look bearish. Let me make an example. All right, so I am Mr. P, right? I have my wife, Mrs. P, and we are the Mr. P family. So, right, I give my wife $10,000. All right, this $10,000 is still in the Mr. P family. All right. Are you all of a sudden going to say, Mr. P, you're broke now? All right. You gave $10,000 to your wife. You're broke now. How stupid is that argument? That is exactly the argument that bears are trying to make. It's an internal transfer, guys. Just think of it as an internal transfer. NIO China is internally transferring some money to NIO Inc. is internally transferring some money to NIO China. It's like giving money to your wife. It's still in the family. The money isn't going to BYD or Li Auto or Tesla or somewhere else. It's still in the family. It's still in NIO. All right. It's just like giving money to your wife, basically. Okay. There's no material difference. The money's not lost. All right. So that's the thing that you guys also got to remember. And also, some bears are pointing this out as a dilution. This is not a dilution, guys. This is not a dilution. Your material ownership of NIO Inc. has not changed. All right, there is no change in share count with the NIO Inc., how many shares there are, the number of float, or anything like that. There's no material change to that whatsoever. The only thing that's changed is your ownership of NIO China. All right, so the ownership of NIO China, so NIO Inc.'s ownership of NIO China goes from 92.1% to 88.3%. However, all right, even though you're owning just a slightly tiny bit less of NIO China, remember this is still internal. All right, this is still like I own less of my wife almost. Like yeah, it's stupid to even talk about this, but you own a little bit less. All right, about almost 4% less, but with that, you're getting 3.3 billion extra in cash. All right, so yeah, this is pretty crazy. And let's not forget that they also plan for a Chinese IPO. And here right now, here in China, everybody on social media is sounding the bells to the bull market. Of course, the stock market here in China has been rallying like crazy. Hong Kong stock index has also been rallying like crazy. People all over the web are sounding the bells saying that now it is the time to buy stocks. All right, it's bullish. Everything's bullish. And you got videos and guides about how to buy stocks and all that kind of stuff popping up here in China. Of course, revitalizing the stock market. Very, very bullish. So China stock market is bullish. All right, people are investing in China. Well, at least Chinese people are investing in China. But more so, this represents an opportunity for NIO China to go public here domestically in China, maybe on the Shanghai Stock Exchange or the Shenzhen Stock Exchange. And that will also be able to cash out the strategic investors, the Hefei government essentially, and also NIO Inc. would also be a huge beneficiary of that as well, because remember, NIO Inc. owns almost 90%, about 90% of NIO China. So that's going to be very, very fantastic. And of course, with that, there's another anchor point for the stock price to move at. Right now, the main anchor point is the U.S. market. The U.S. market decides what NIO stock is worth, not the Singapore market, not the Hong Kong market. But very soon, with NIO China listed, if NIO China is worth, let's say, $100 billion, right, and NIO Inc. owns 90% of that, shouldn't NIO Inc. be worth $90 billion, right? So there's going to be another anchor point. So this is going to be very, very interesting and good to look forward to. But with all this jargon out of the way, just remember the last time this happened, NIO stock went to 60, and it just happened today. Is it bullish? It's super mega bullish. It's so bullish, I'm shaking right now. Damn, it is very, very bullish. It shows confidence from the government in NIO Inc., NIO Group, all right? And it shows that NIO is never going to go bankrupt. Impossible. And of course, we have Envo, Firefly, everything coming. Blue skies coming, bright skies ahead. Things are going to be good. Damn, this is so damn good. This is damn good news. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share this video with your friends so that they know exactly what's going on. And don't get fooled by the bulls. Transferring $10,000 to your wife doesn't mean that I'm broke. The bulls are, the bears are pretty stupid, all right? Yeah. Share this video with your friends. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.